What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the second episode of Can It Press, my video series where I take you on the journey with me of learning how to clean and press my own comic books. This way you guys see all the failures that I have, all the successes that I have. This way you guys can find out for yourselves how easy it is or how hard it is to clean and press your own comic books. That way, if you guys want to get into this and you want to save that little extra money before submitting your books into CBCS or CGC, well, this might be the video series just for you. Now that I got the intro out of the way, guys, let's talk about the next book that I'll be cleaning and pressing in episode 2 of Can It Press. And that is a book of no monetary value because I'm still not comfortable enough putting any kind of book worth anything into this press. And I'm also still waiting for a few extra items to come in from Amazon, which I think will complete my pressing setup. But I'm not going to talk about those yet because I don't have them in hand. So the next book up is going to be Runaways number 25. Now there's some good reasons why I picked this book up. I'll show you guys in a close-up of what those are, but mainly it's a giant spine roll and some other indentations right along the spine. And I think this is a perfect candidate. And there's also a little bit of grime or color rub along this white section right here that I'm going to try to get off. But yeah, I'm gonna show you those all up in a close-up now. All right, here is the close-up of Runaways number 25. I think you guys can see the spine roll even from this angle, but let's put it in the light and get it up just right. Oh, there we go. There's that spine roll that we're gonna try to get rid of. It's a good indentation all up along here. And there is some color up. I'm not sure if this is gonna be able to be picked up in the camera, but I hope so. If not, I'll take some stills of it so that way you guys, it's easy to see, but there's a good amount of color up all along this white section of the book. Show the back off real quick. I don't think there's anything really majorly wrong with the back of it. Yeah, I don't think there is. It's mainly just that spine roll, which is not being picked up, but we know it's there. It's in the front section. I showed you. I'll make sure I'll do a comparison at the end of this video, which is what I didn't do in the last video. But that is the book for today, guys. Let's get into another type of close-up and get through the cleaning process. All right, guys, let's go through what we need again. All right, first things up, we're gonna take our latex glove and put these suckers on. Because again, you don't wanna be leaving your oils on the book if you don't have to. Again, this is not a book of any monetary value, but if I'm gonna be doing this, let's go through the steps of what I should actually be doing. First thing up, you gotta take your Swisper, and we're just gonna go along the sides. We're just gonna go nice little circles. There we go. Circle, circle, circle. Ooh, I already put another little bend in the book, so hopefully that will press it out. Again, I think that is just me trying to rush, and there's nothing I need to be rushing for. So again, we're just doing little circles along the book, putting a good, some pressure, not too much, because we don't want to be putting any extra bends in the book, especially books that are going to be of value. There's no real problem areas except for this white section where there was some color up because there was. It was not in a bag and board, so it was easy to get that color rub. There we go. Again, you want to get all of the book maybe towards the edges. I've seen people where they just they do this because they don't want to bend more of the book. All right, flip it over. Give this a nice little buff. Again, I don't really see any problem areas whatsoever. So we're just going in, doing slightly bigger circles, I guess. Let's see if it's picking up any kind of dirt. Because again, the Swisper is just going to be taking off any kind of surface grime that is on the book and buffing it a little bit. And again, we want to buff our book because we want our book to be as sexy as possible when it's in the hand of our agent. Yeah, they actually got some good amount of dirt off right there. I think it was only using one side, so that would be the side. Now, I still see some color rub, especially around this bottom area down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, the next thing up is going to be our clicker eraser. And I'm just going to try to do nice little circles up the book and see what I can get off. All right. So I don't think there's anything else really to do. I do see some other problem areas. This is a Abserine sponge. It's kind of like a magic eraser, but for paper. I think that is going to do it. Because again, I don't really see any other dirt or problem areas in this book. The main thing to do is with this is to try to get this spine roll out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this now, and we're gonna switch over to the press part of the video. All right, guys, so the next part is heating up the press. We got the book clean. Let's heat that press up. We're gonna heat this book up to, this press up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are going to set the timer for 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes. All right, guys, let's get our book set up and ready to go into the press. So first things first, I'm going to lift this up and turn this over here. And the first step is, you're gonna put a magazine-size backing board, glossy side down, in the center of the bottom of your press. The next thing up, you're gonna take your heat transfer paper and you're gonna put that over that. Next up, we gotta get our book ready. I have my book already open to the center of the book, and you're going to go ahead and stick your backing board directly in the center of the book. That's right at the staples. And you're gonna go ahead and close it. And then you're gonna find the front page, or you're gonna lift the front cover, and you're gonna stick 2 pieces of bright white paper right in between the front page, or the cover and the front page. Next, you're gonna do the same thing in the back, right in this between the cover and the last page. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that down a little. Next thing, you're going to put it in spine in. And I'm gonna go ahead and set this up so it's right in the middle of the press. Spine in, and I'm gonna do cover down. Again, that's just my personal preference. And next thing up, you are going to take your transfer paper. And the last step is that I learned from Gamma Ray this weekend is to take 3 backing boards, not 1, 3. And we're gonna go ahead and place that over the book. And now we have our sandwich ready to go. The last thing to do is go ahead, set up our press right where we want it. 1, and then we go ahead and start the timer. And now we're just gonna wait 10 minutes, which is 600 seconds. And then we're gonna turn the power off so that way the heat will go off, and we're gonna leave this for 15 hours. And then we'll crack it open and we'll see how we did. All right, guys, it has been 15 hours for me. It's been a few seconds for you, but we're gonna crack this press open. We're gonna see if we were able to fix that spine bend in the book. And yeah, let's do it. Let's see how we did. All right, guys, at first look, that spine roll is definitely looking a lot better. I'm not gonna say it's 100% fixed, but let's go ahead and take a better look. You can see some creases still there. But I would say overall, oh, there we go. There's a little bit more right there. So my guess is this probably should go back into the press for another round. But I think the rest of the book is looking really good. There we go. Let's look at the back of the book. And the back is looking really good. All right, guys, as you can see from the close-up, we were not able to fix that spine roll with that 15-hour press. So what we're gonna do is we are going to make some educated guesses here of how we can truly fix that. So what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna put this back into the press at 160 degrees for 10 more minutes. I'm gonna change my stack, which meaning how I'm going to prep my book. I heard online from a fellow subscriber that if you can try putting a backing board between the cover and the first page of the book, and that can help with some spine roll. Also helps better with spine ticks, and I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't care if I ruin this book. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try that. We're gonna do a backing board between the front cover and the book itself, 1 in the center, and just regular paper between the back cover and the book itself. Yeah, so let's get that prepped and into the press. All right, guys, now I'm not sure if changing up the stack within the book is actually going to help fix the spine roll any more or any less. I figured since this is a journey of learning how to properly press and clean my books, why not try something different? So I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe this will help it. Maybe this will do more damage to the book. Now again, I really don't care if anything happens to this book, so it's a great experiment book. All right, so again, we were not successful in fixing that spine roll with the original 15-hour press. We're putting it back in at 160 degrees for 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes time. And we're gonna do it for 7.5 hours, roughly. Again, I'm not sure when I'll be able to come back down. And yeah, we'll see if changing at the stack and doing an additional halftime press will fix that spine roll. All right, guys, I will see you in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back for the second part of the press. That's right, we put this book in twice because that spine roll just was not fixed after the first press, and I told you I'd be back in 7.5 hours. But guess what? It's been 24 hours. So that's right, yesterday got away from me, and I just couldn't get down here in time to check the press at the 7.5 hour mark. So it's been 24 hours, so let's crack the sucker open and see how another 24 hours press did. Remember, I also changed up the things I was putting inside the book to hopefully fix that spine roll. All right, so let's crack the sucker open and see how it looks. Initial thoughts are it looks really good, but again, let's take everything out that's in the book and see how it really looks. Remember, I did put that extra backing board between the cover, the front cover, and the first page of the book. Again, I think this is looking a lot better, but again, let's get the other camera out and take a closer look. All right, so we have the book here, and it does look like the spine roll is looking a little better, but I am seeing now a crease right here from adding that backing board into the front page, so I think that was a wrong idea. I think just keeping the paper there would have avoided that altogether, which again, this is another problem to deal with this book. I do think, though, that the spine roll is completely gone. We just now have to contend with like this whole line that is from that second backing board. So that was a mistake. But the rest of the book is looking really solid after that second press. It was, you know, and now has been in the press for a solid 24 or 48 hours. So the rest of the book is looking really great. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Again, you can see there was just too many backing boards, which is causing this line right here. All right. Well, I guess that is it for this. We made a mistake. Now we're going to learn from this mistake and move on. Alright guys, so that's a bit of a bummer making that mistake like I did, but again, this is more about the journey of, you know, making these kinds of mistakes, learning from things to do and not to do. I do have a few items that are coming from Amazon that are hopefully going to help me with this whole process. I don't want to get into what those items are yet until they're on hand and I can actually show them off to you guys. But overall, I think this was a success because I did learn something from this press, and that is not to put a backing board between the front cover and the first page of the book, and that's just going to cause that line which any grader will see and, you know, knock your book down a peg or two. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this second Can It Press video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will try to edit this down to make it as short as possible. But guys, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, guess what you should do? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications because you guys want to be notified when we upload new content. And that's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday. And we go live every single Friday on Comics and Beer. It's a 1-hour live stream where Stephanie and I, Stephanie being the better part of this channel, we talk about all the latest comic book news. We drink some craft beers. It's always a good time. We do some trivia, and you want to be there for the trivia because that gets your entries into our end of the month giveaway, which is the last Friday of every single month. And guys, we're giving away slabs every single month, or a slab. But yeah, smash the like button and leave any comments on how you think I did on this press down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.